Dave Scott, Hub Media. It's the Boomer Music Experience. It's our February show, February 2024, with my good friend, DJ extraordinaire Randy Halmo. What are we doing this month? I mean, Valentine's Day. I'm sure you've got something in line.
Hi, Dave. Yes, certainly do. I'd like to review with our audience some of the all-time top 10 pop love songs and also the top 10 country love songs of all time. And once again, there's so many beautiful love songs out there. You can't incorporate them all. But what I have attempted to do for our audience, Dave, is to categorize, in my opinion, the best of the love songs in pop and country. And I will just quickly mention at the end of the country top 10, some of the big band top 10 too, because that is important also. So we hit the 40s and 50s with that.
Gotcha. I like it. So this is where we're headed this month. You know, you got to get ready for Valentine's Day, and this is the perfect way, right? Start with the music.
Absolutely. Yep. Music is the universal language.
You got that right, bud. No lying there.
So, Dave, what are some of your favorite love songs?
Oh, you're going to quiz me. Make sure I'm ready to roll on this, aren't you? I'm going to guess. I'm going to take a couple stabs in the dark, and what I'm going to say that would be on there, I think, and you can on one of your lists. I know that. My Funny Valentine, Frank Sinatra. I think that's got to be somewhere. I hope.
Yeah, absolutely.
But, you know, that one might be a good one to have on there. And there's I don't know about this one, but I'm thinking she might be Shania Twain. You're Still the One.
Still the One.
Yeah, might be on there. But I'm, and then I got to look at, you know, I kind of go to that era of Paul McCartney and silly love songs.
Oh yes, right on. Yeah.
So
great song by Paul McCartney, Sir Paul McCartney.
Sir Paul, why would I say that? But that's kind of where I get. You know, I don't know. I'm an open book here. So I picked the right song for Monica this year. Let's go.
Two great choices. Absolutely perfect, Dave. Okay, we will start out with the top 10 pop love songs, and these are truly the power of love songs.
Oh,
there we go. Okay, at number one won the Grammy Award back in 1991. It was a combination duo of daughter-father, and specifically the song. Well, actually, no. Let's start with number 10, then we'll work our way up to number 1.
Okay.
Kind of keep the audience in suspense. Number 10, great song by the Platters, Only You.
Oh, yeah.
Number 9, the Beatles. And boy, there's a lot of this Now and Then Beatles single is just caught fire on the Billboard Top 100. It's been in the top 5 for the last 10 weeks. The Beatles, All You Need Is Love. And that takes us back to the summer of 1967. The Bee Gees, How Deep Is Your Love, from 1977.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, I'll never forget this song. When I saw Audrey Hepburn coming through the Air Canada terminal back in the summer of 1978, she was performing at the O'Keefe Center, Audrey Hepburn, and she wore a blue velvet dress. I'll never forget the image I have of her wearing that dress. And so Bobby Benton checks in at number 7, Blue Velvet from 1963.
You know, at some point, you have to do a show with me about all the folks that you've run into when you worked at the airport. We've been over this before. Every year I bug you and I bug you. When you drop that name like that, I'm like,
there's been a lot of movie stars that I've seen there at Terminal 2, Air Canada Terminal, over the decade of the 70s, early 80s. Yeah, I'll have to write out a list, just even to say hello to them. But some of them I've actually talked to them, almost like doing a radio interview, but not in their face, just very humbled and kind, laid back. And anyway, yeah, sounds like a plan.
All right.
We now check in with the Chapel of Love. the Dixie Cups. And that, of course, from 1965. And this next one, Dave, everybody knows this love song. And I still get many requests for this love song, be it a beautiful wedding, be it a fundraiser, be it a seniors dance, you name it, fundraiser, whatever. It's Elvis Presley and Can't Help Falling in Love with You.
Never even thought of that.
Great
So
stuff
good.
from 1962. And then, of course, this is a classic. The Unchained Melody, the Righteous Brothers from May of 1964. That is guaranteed to fill the dance floor every time it's played, bar none.
That song has aged perfectly, hasn't it?
Oh, it certainly has.
It just does not. It just still resonates. Like, it's just an incredible song.
Oh, definitely. The lyrics, and of course, the Righteous Brothers, their voices so in tune with the song. It's like May of 1964. That was 60 years ago. Coming up this May. That's hard to believe. Wow. Next up, here again, 1965, Percy Sledge, When a Man Loves a Woman.
Yep.
And the lyrics in that song say it all. Number 2. Now, there's 2 artists that did this song, but the original artist to do this song was Buddy Holly, and it's entitled True Love Ways, circa 1957. Now, also, Peter and Gordon, they had a rendition of this, True Love Ways, and that soared right to the top of the Billboard Top 100. That was True Love Ways, Peter and Gordon, 1968, April of 1968. And just a wonderful rendition by both Buddy Holly and the British duet of Peter and Gordon. And now, gee, I forgot my drum roll.
Maybe I can edit one in for you.
Hey, sounds good. The number 1 song that I picked in the top 10 love songs of all time, Unforgettable, by the late Natalie Cole and the late Nat King Cole, Grammy Award winner from 1991. Unforgettable. Great song. And I've also listened, Dave, I want to share with our listeners, the late Nat King Cole, when he did the original version of Unforgettable. That was 1957. And then in 1991, through High Tech, they blended Nat's voice in with Natalie Cole's voice, and it was done to perfection. It was simply amazing. And here's another song in all of the dances that I'm DJing, all the weddings I'm DJing, Unforgettable, that always gets requested. Every time, in every dance request card, guarantee it's made to order.
That's perfect. I think the only one I would there's a couple, but one of the ones I would probably add is Something by the Beatles. I think that's just a classic too. I got to ask you too, this is kind of we're going to take a left turn here, but
sure.
A lot of the music that you just brought to my attention was, like you said, from 1950s right through probably the 70s. Mm-hmm. What is it about the lyrics at that time that you think is so profound that makes this music so great? Because I don't know if it's just the simplicity in a lot of these songs or the heartfelt message that the performer put into it, but it resonates, right? It just, like we talked about, this music does not leave. So give me your opinion on it, please.
You've nailed it right on the head there, Dave. The songs from the 50s, 60s, and 70s, taking nothing away from the music today, but you can feel the feelings of that particular rock group or that particular male or female voice as they sing their song. It definitely does radiate truly from their heart, their lifetime experiences, or maybe a happy relationship they were in. And you can feel that in the song, also in the lyrics. Through the chorus. You're absolutely right, Dave.
I think it does have a lot to do with, probably to a degree, what was going on socially during that era. You know what I mean?
Yes.
because there was a lot of commitment to in a lot of genres of music to putting out a proper message to try and help the masses. And I think it kind of they got so in tune with what the everyday folk were thinking. It resonated with the music, right? I mean, that's just my opinion. You have yours, I have mine. But I just thought, wow, when you were mentioning all those songs and I was listening to those dates and I was like, there's more here than we know, than we realize.
Yes, indeed. Quite so, Dave. Now, what I've done, I've added just a few more love songs, not in the top 10, but there are some really good tunes that I'm sure most of the audience will share with us. So, continuing along and just a few more love songs, pop songs. Everything That Touches You, The Association from April of 1968. That is a phenomenal love song. And again, of course, the fall of 1967, Never My Love, The Association. Great. The Association, great rock group of the 60s. And then we're going to slip back again, the Platters, Twilight Time. And here again, that's a guaranteed dance floor filler, regardless of age demographics. That's very, very good. And Turn Around, Look at Me, the Vogues from 1968. That's a great song. The Lettermen also did a version of that, Dave, in 1965. And their version is the original. And the Vogues, they made that a popular song too for that group also. Leo Sayer from the 70s, 1974 precisely, When I Need You. Great song there. And of course, the wedding song, Paul Stuckey of Peter, Paul, and Mary. And he does it solo, and he does a phenomenal job on that wedding song. And even to this day, believe it or not, Dave, even to this day, I get requests from the bride and groom to play this song as their first dance as husband and wife. I kid you not.
Wow, that's impressive, eh?
Yes. Oh, yes.
I'm gonna turn the tables and ask you a quick question.
Yeah.
What's the one Valentine's Day song you're sick of playing? He's like, oh, I can't go there.
Yeah, actually, all due respect to Krista Berg, all due respect, but The Lady in Red.
As he sits there decked out in red, folks.
Yeah, I'm decked out in red, but where's the Lady in Red?
Maybe we'll change it to Randy in Red. Maybe that's all we need, just to change the lyrics a little bit.
Yeah.
I can understand that, because that song did get overplayed a ton, I thought, for a long time. But maybe it'll come back in its right frame. You know what I mean?
Oh, certainly, absolutely, Dave. Like, it's a great song, but I think and all due respect to the radio stations in southwestern Ontario, they really hacked it to death. It became, as they call in retail, shop worn. And anyway, Paul and Paula, Hey Paula from 1963, great love song there. I have the 45 of that. And I'm just going to dip in very quickly. There's just two big band songs I'd like to mention, if I could, Dave. 1940s, Les Brown and his band of renown, Sentimental Journey. That's a good one.
Yeah.
And Moonlight Serenade, Glenn Miller. Absolutely. And as I told you, my late Uncle Jack, he was the backup bass fiddle in the Glenn Miller band. I kid you not. So those are just a few extras that I wanted to share with our audience there, Dave. Let's now take a look at the top 10 country love songs.
Before we move, though, I got a big band question for you.
Yeah.
Is there a resurgence? Because I feel like it's coming back. Like, I feel you're hearing more of it in all different genres. You know what I mean? Like,
yes,
it just seems like that sound is so solid.
Oh, yes.
Been gone for not gone, sorry. It hasn't been as prominent as it once was, but I feel like it's making its way back when and it's not so much like when you see the Bublés and the big, playing with the orchestras, you feel like that music's still finding its place and it's stepping forward again to, a certain demographic for sure. But do you think is it coming back a bit?
I think it definitely is, Dave. And the reason being, some of the local dance studios here are bringing back, the big band sound, the different dances associated
Oh,
with that,
yeah.
the swing dance. It's all ballroom dancing basically, and it's all formal and just, it's beautiful to see. When I'm DJing, I'm looking at the dance floor, of course, and I do not sit down when I'm DJing. I stand through the 4 or 6 hour period right on through, because I want to keep my eye on that dance floor. I want to feel the energy, and that's the only way to do it. Anyway, case in point, there's a few local dance schools that are bringing back ballroom dancing.
That's cool. I think
And
that'd be such a great fundraiser for any charity. Me and Randy are going to give this one free for all the charities. Here's an idea: do a ballroom, have the lessons, and then have the big dance, and just.
Sure.
I think people would be so into that. It's just a change and something different, and especially people are getting back out again, and they want to do those things, right? I think,
right.
Who is one of the best sort of ballroom dancers I sort of saw over the years that I really appreciated, believe it or not? You're going to laugh. Red Kelly and his wife.
Oh, yes, yes.
They could dance up a storm. And it was like your eyes were glued watching because it was so cool to watch, right?
Yeah.
And
Red
I think
Andrea, it's just wow.
Yeah. That's something that you just don't see much anymore. But if it's making a revival, then that'd be cool. I mean, there's charities. There you go. That's from Randy and Dave. Use it.
Yep,
Run with it.
That's right. It's just like Creedence Clear Revival.
So now what are we doing now? Country? Is that what we're up to?
Now we're going to do, the top 10 country love songs of all time.
So can I pick your brain? Are these going to be about love broken, dogs running away, and tractors breaking down? Like, what are we into here?
These are going to be the love songs that I've chosen, Dave, are here again from the artists or group that sing them. They are singing directly from their heart through their life experiences, and that is shown very nicely in the lyrics of each song.
And I want to say that that's no disrespect to country music. I enjoy it thoroughly. I was just having some fun with that.
Yeah, and of course, back in the 50s, 60s, and even into the mid 70s, country music was called country and western music. Today, it's country music. And let's start off with number 10, George Jones, Shine On. That's one that's not really quite popular with radio station plays during that time frame or the Billboard Top 100, but it did get into the Billboard Top 100. Another one, Mickey Gilley, Stand By Me.
Oh.
And that is really,
Nailed it.
The lyrics say it all on that one. And we have next, number 8, Charlie Pride, Amazing Love. And once again, as I reiterated earlier, amazing love, here again, the power of love. So yeah, Charlie Pride, fantastic. And of course, number 7 checks in with Sammy Smith, Help Me Make It Through the Night.
Oh.
And that is a circa 1971 Sammy Smith. Just a beautiful rendition of song, and her voice was made to sing this song. She has a very unique voice. Sammy Smith, Help Me Make It Through the Night. Yes. Willie Nelson checks in at number 6, Let It Be Me. And there have been many, many artists today singing, artists that have recorded this song, Let It Be Me. Glenn Campbell, just off the top of my head. But Willie Nelson, he does a very good rendition of this very popular song. Number 5 checks in. Again, we hear from Charlie Rich, The Most Beautiful Girl, circa 1979. Charlie Rich. That's a great song, too.
It is. That is. As soon as you said it, those lyrics just start coming back in your head, right?
Right on.
If you happen to see, right? It just bang, it's there.
Yep. And that's the mark when you can feel that and hear that. That's the mark of a talented artist with the lyrics put to the music from the heart of the singer, bingo, you've got a winner.
Yep,
Guaranteed.
it's all there.
And next, number 4 checks in with Patsy Cline, the late, great Patsy Cline with Sweet Dreams. Sweet Dreams. Of course, Patsy had a lot of beautiful songs she did. Of course, Crazy, probably her very best song, Crazy. But Sweet Dreams, hey, that's not shabby. That's right up there with the best of her songs. Patsy Cline. Next, number 3. Again, here's a female country artist with a unique voice. And again, the lyrics and the sound production of this song are just made for her. And I'm referring to Tammy Wynette, Stand By Your Man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. Yes, yes, indeed. Yep. And then number 2, I've got Jim Reeves and Four Walls. Four Walls. Jim Reeves, that's a good song. He also does a great rendition of For the Good Times. But that's a good song, but it's more negative from a love standpoint, so that's why I didn't include it in there. The top number 1 song that I've chosen for country of all the love songs goes to none other than Dolly Parton with the original version of I Will Always Love You. Dolly Parton, circa 1983.
Wow.
And of course, Whitney Houston did a good rendition of that.
Yep.
But
Yep.
Dolly Parton has the original, and that is my number 1 top song of all of your country love songs.
Perfect.
Dave, suggest a few songs for your favorite country love songs.
Yeah, I don't know, because I don't know. Blue Rodeo always crosses over. You know what I mean? So I like a lot of,
band.
Yeah, their stuff always appeals to me. And then when you were just mentioning some of those names, and I was thinking about what my mother-in-law, what my grandmothers used to listen to be honest with you, on the country western side. You
Right
just
on.
brought back some memories there, because now all of a sudden I just remember hearing the radio at their houses and hearing those songs, right?
Mhm.
Like and when you were mentioning a few titles there, I'm like, oh yeah, like that music just is frozen in time for me in their, when I was in their homes. So it's kind of like that is a positive memory to bring it back, and sort of you're refreshing my mind with all this music, which is always incredible to do.
Mhm.
I think we can take this one step further, because I think now we provided people with this outline of all 3 genres of music,
Mhm.
and guys and girls, whoever your partner is, maybe buy them a vinyl record for their Valentine's Day. Maybe to go that extra mile, because
Exactly.
that music lives on, and they'll always have that and appreciate it. Randy and I are always trying to help guys and girls make the right decisions, right, to help their partners out at this time of year, and at Christmas we always make recommendations.
Mhm.
So I think that's kind of a, music, like you said earlier, it's universal. So maybe they're just an idea from me anyway.
Great idea too, Dave. And once again, we reiterate the power of love. Here we are on vinyl, quality records. There we go.
Are you all ready for Valentine's Day?
All set, ready and ready to fire.
He's
Yep, ready to fire.
And over the years, I know you've done a lot of Valentine's Day gigs.
Oh yes,
and
many.
Is it, are people just in a different mood for a Valentine's Day party rather than like a New Year's party? Is it a different environment?
Yes, definitely. I would say there are definite differences between a New Year's Eve party and a Valentine's dinner dance. The Valentine's dances are more laid back to a degree. They're more caring. They're more.
It's a little slower beat.
Yeah,
Music's
and
a
they're
little
not
more
quite as upbeat like the New Year's Eve celebrations and the countdown, 10, 9, 8, and all that. And just it's engaging the person they're with the person that they love on the dance floor.
It must be for you. It's so symbiotic, right? Like you get to see that moment.
Oh, absolutely. And
that's when you probably get a ton of requests. That's probably the one dance you get the most requests, I bet, because they want to hear that one song that's theirs, right?
That's right. And with the Valentine's dances too, I've noticed that some of the songs that I have played in the time frame the couple remember that, and they will come right up to me on stage and say, God, you played that song. That was the first song that we danced to at my wedding.
Yeah.
Wow.
Our
How
first
good is
kiss,
that?
it was over that song. Or yeah, that's you. I mean, that's pretty cool that you get to have those moments with those folks, right? Because
Oh, yeah,
it's very personal and important. I
exactly.
never really thought about it that way, but that's really cool.
And just to mention a few other country songs here, Dave, for the audience, we have The Heart Won't Lie by Reba McEntire and Vince Gill. That's a great, great duet song. We have, let's see now, I Do Cherish You by Mark Wills. Great song there. And How Do I Live, Leanne Rimes. Great, great
Forgot
song.
about Leanne Rimes. Yeah.
It's good to see her back again. She's doing so well, and she's had a rough life, but she's turned it all around, and good for her. Good for her. Let's see what else now. Vince Gill, I Still Believe in You. That's a great, great love song there too. So these are just a few there, Dave, to share with our audience. A few little extra songs that maybe a lot of people wouldn't think of during Valentine's Day. Valentine's music.
Perfect. And I know you're not going to do it, so I'll bug you to make you do it. You never really plug yourself. So come on, give out the email address so if people are interested in getting you to do one of their events. How do they get a hold of you?
Very good. Basically, Dave, they can get a hold of me through my email address. It's all lowercase. It's RH at Klassy, that's Klassy with the K, KlassyFMDJ.com. All lowercase, or through telephone, area code 519-426-4750. Good stuff.
Yeah, and I don't think people, like, over the years, just to give them a sort of a put your career in sort of in focus here. I bet you probably did 1,000 dances. Like, I don't know if you've ever counted, but that's something you might want to.
Boy, that's a good one, Dave. I've done a lot of them in the local area over the past 40 years.
Yeah, that's exactly it. 40 years. Yeah, exactly right. So there you go, folks. Give Randy a shout if you need his DJ service. He's a busy man, but he always makes time to talk to you and see what your event is and how he can help out.
Absolutely.
Enjoyed the Valentine's Day show, Randy, because it's always fun for us to get together and do these things when there's an event coming. And I don't even want to know what you're thinking about for St. Patrick's Day, but we'll leave that for next month.
Yeah, we'll leave that to next month with the savings over the green.
That's right. It'll be that time, folks. Thanks again for doing this. Take care. Stay warm this February, and we'll chat soon, Randy.
Will do, Dave. Thank you very, very much. And please, everyone, be safe on those roads. Thank you.